Imagine this. You're walking through a lush green meadow under a clear blue sky. The sun is warm on your skin, the grass is soft under your feet, and there's a gentle breeze in the air. It's idyllic, peaceful, but then you feel a sudden sting on your ankle. You look down and see a snake slithering away through the grass. In that perfect setting, you have overlooked the danger lurking just beneath the surface. This is what deceit in a relationship can feel like. It's the snake in the grass, hidden until it strikes. We all walk through the meadows of our social lives, cherishing the beauty of trust and connection. But what happens when the trust is broken? When someone we believe to be a friend, a confidant, turns out to be hiding a deceitful nature? In this journey, we will explore the complex terrain of deceit in relationships. We'll unravel the reasons behind why people deceive, and most importantly, we'll equip ourselves with the knowledge to recognize the signs. Just like a hiker learns to spot the signs of snakes in the grass, we too can learn to identify the subtler signs of deceit that can otherwise go unnoticed. But this isn't just a cautionary tale. It's a journey of empowerment, a guide to help you navigate through the complexities of human relationships with wisdom and insight. It's about learning how to protect yourself, yes, but it's also about understanding human nature, setting healthy boundaries, and cultivating genuine, trustworthy connections. So, are you ready to embark on this enlightening path? Are you prepared to look beneath the surface, to see beyond the facade? Join me as we delve into the art of recognizing the snake in the grass, transforming our understanding of relationships, and fortifying ourselves against the sting of deceit. Section 1. Unveiling the many faces of deceit in relationships. In this first section, let's delve into the labyrinth of deceit in relationships. Deceit can take many forms, from seemingly benign white lies to more serious betrayals that shake our trust to its core. Understanding the nature of deceit is the first step in learning how to navigate its treacherous waters. It's not always outright lies. Sometimes it's in the omissions, the half-truths, and the exaggerated stories. It's important to recognize that deceit comes in various shades and degrees. We'll explore examples of deceit in different relationships, from friendships and romantic partnerships to professional connections. Deceit, at its essence, is a violation of trust. When someone we trust deceives us, it's not just the lie that hurts. It's the shattered belief in our shared bond of honesty. We'll examine why trust is so fundamental in relationships and how deceit can erode this crucial foundation. Understanding the impact of deceit is not just about recognizing the pain it causes. It's about comprehending the ripple effect it has on our perception of trust and our willingness to open up in future relationships. But why do people deceive? The motivations behind deceit are as varied as the individuals themselves. Some deceive out of fear of consequences, of losing face, or of disappointing others. Others may deceive for control, manipulating situations and people to their advantage. A lack of empathy, or their inability to understand the harm caused by their deceit, can also drive individuals to dishonest behaviors. We'll look into these motivations, not just to justify deceitful behavior, but to understand it. This understanding is the key to recognizing the signs and protecting ourselves from potential harm. Lastly, we'll touch on the psychological and emotional toll deceit can take on both the deceiver and the deceived. Living a lie or maintaining a facade requires constant effort and often leads to stress and anxiety. For the person on the receiving end, discovering deceit can lead to a range of emotions, from anger and sadness to confusion and self-doubt. We'll explore how to navigate these emotions and the importance of acknowledging and processing them as part of the healing process. As we embark on this exploration, remember that the goal is not to foster paranoia or suspicion in relationships. Rather, it's to cultivate awareness and understanding, empowering us to build healthier, more authentic connections with those around us. Section 2. Recognizing the signs of deceit. In this crucial section, we turn our focus to the subtle and sometimes not so subtle signs of deceit. Being able to spot these signs is a vital skill in safeguarding ourselves against the potential harm caused by deceitful relationships. Here, we'll delve into the nuances of behavior and communication that may indicate someone is not being entirely truthful. First, let's explore the language of deceit. Deceivers often use certain patterns in their speech. Pay attention to the inconsistencies in their stories, a tendency to avoid direct answers, or a habit of providing too many details as a way to seem credible. These speech patterns can serve as red flags, signaling that something might not be quite right. Next, we consider the nonverbal cues. Body language can tell a story that words try to hide. Does the person avoid eye contact? Do they display nervous gestures when discussing certain topics? Are their facial expressions incongruent with what they are saying? These physical signs can be telling indicators of discomfort or dishonesty. We also need to be aware of the emotional and behavioral patterns that accompany deceit. Deceitful people may exhibit sudden changes in behavior, display unexplained anxiety, or overreact to questions or situations that touch upon their deceit. Additionally, they might project their own dishonesty onto others, accusing them of the very actions they are guilty of. However, it's important to approach this with balance. Not every inconsistency or nervous gesture is a sign of deceit. Context matters, and so does the broader pattern of behavior. We'll discuss how to distinguish between genuine mistakes or natural nervousness and the more deliberate, repeated patterns that characterize deceit. Real-life examples and scenarios will be woven into this discussion, helping to illustrate these signs in a relatable and understandable way. These examples will span various contexts, from personal relationships to professional environments, making the information broadly applicable. Finally, we'll touch on the importance of intuition. Often, our gut feeling can alert us to deceit, while maintaining a rational approach to evaluating situations. By the end of this section, the aim is for you to feel more equipped and confident in your ability to recognize the signs of deceit. This knowledge is not about fostering distrust, but about empowering you to make informed decisions in your relationships. Section 3. The psychology behind deception. In this section, we delve deeper into the mind of the deceiver. Understanding the psychology behind deception is not only fascinating, but also crucial in recognizing and dealing with deceitful behavior. By exploring what drives individuals to deceive, we gain insights that can help us navigate these tricky waters more effectively. We start by examining the psychological traits often associated with deceivers. These can include a tendency towards narcissism, where self-interest overrides the consideration for others. There's also the aspect of Machiavellianism, a manipulative attitude where the ends justify the means. Understanding these traits helps us recognize patterns in behavior that might otherwise be overlooked. Next, we explore the role of emotional intelligence in deception. Ironically, some deceivers can be highly attuned to others' emotions, using this awareness to manipulate and control. We'll discuss how to be aware of this type of emotional manipulation and how to protect ourselves from it. We also consider the psychological effects of living a deceptive life. Constantly maintaining a facade is mentally and emotionally taxing. This can lead to internal conflict, stress, and in some cases, a complete breakdown of the individual's sense of self. Understanding this internal turmoil is important, not for the sake of the deceiver, but to comprehend the full spectrum of deceit's impact. However, it's important to remember that not all deceit comes from a place of malice. Sometimes individuals deceive out of fear, insecurity, or a misguided attempt to protect themselves or others. While this doesn't excuse the behavior, it adds a layer of complexity to our understanding of deceit. Additionally, we'll touch on the concept of self-deception. Sometimes individuals deceive themselves without even realizing it, and this self-deception can spill over into their relationships with others. Recognizing self-deception is a challenging but important part of understanding deceit in all its forms. Throughout this section, we'll use real-life case studies and psychological research to illustrate these concepts. making the discussion both engaging and grounded in reality. By understanding the psychology behind deception, we become better equipped to identify and handle deceitful behavior in our lives. Section 4. Self-reflection and boundaries in dealing with deceit. In this section, we turn the lens inward to focus on self-reflection and the importance of setting boundaries. Essential tools in dealing with deceitful relationships. Self-awareness is key in recognizing how we respond to deceit and in establishing healthy boundaries that protect us from its negative impact. We start by exploring the role of self-reflection in recognizing our responses to deceit. It's important to ask ourselves why we react the way we do and what our reactions say about our own values and expectations. Sometimes, we might find that our past experiences or insecurities influence how we deal with deceitful people. Understanding these personal dynamics is crucial in developing healthier ways of handling such situations. Next, we discuss the significance of setting boundaries. Boundaries are our way of defining what is acceptable and what is not in our relationships. They are essential in safeguarding our emotional and mental well-being. We'll provide practical advice on how to establish clear boundaries and communicate them effectively. This includes learning to say no, understanding when to step back from a relationship, and recognizing when our boundaries are being crossed. We also address the challenge of maintaining boundaries, especially when dealing with individuals who are skilled at manipulation. We'll explore strategies for staying firm in your boundaries, even in the face of guilt-tripping, gaslighting, or emotional appeals. In addition, we'll touch on the importance of support systems in this process. Having friends, family, or professionals who can provide perspective and guidance is invaluable when navigating deceitful relationships. We'll discuss how to seek and utilize this support effectively. Through this section, we'll weave in stories and examples that illustrate the power of self-reflection and boundaries in real-life scenarios. These stories will help to ground the discussion, making it relatable and practical. By the end of this section, the goal is for you to have a clearer understanding of how self-reflection and boundaries play a crucial role in dealing with deceit. You'll be equipped with the tools and knowledge to protect your emotional health and maintain the integrity of your relationships. Section 5. Confronting the deceit. Moving forward in our journey, we arrive at a pivotal point: confronting deceit. This section focuses on the strategies and considerations involved in confronting someone when you suspect deceit. This is a delicate yet crucial step, requiring courage, tact, and preparation. Firstly, we'll discuss the importance of timing and setting. Choosing the right moment and environment for such a conversation can greatly influence its outcome. It's about finding a balance between addressing the issue promptly and ensuring you're in a space conducive to open, honest dialogue. Next, we'll dive into the approach. Confronting deceit doesn't always mean a direct accusation. We'll explore techniques such as asking open-ended questions or expressing how certain behaviors make you feel. This non-confrontational approach can encourage honesty and reduce defensiveness. We also need to prepare for various responses. The person may deny the deceit, become defensive, or even turn the accusation back on you. We'll discuss how to stay calm and composed in these scenarios, keeping the conversation focused and productive. Importantly, we'll talk about setting your expectations. Not every confrontation will lead to a positive resolution. Sometimes the outcome may be the end of a relationship or a change in its dynamics. We'll explore how to prepare mentally and emotionally for these possibilities. Additionally, we'll touch on the importance of effective communication skills, active listening, empathy, and clear expression. These skills are vital in ensuring that your message is conveyed and understood as intended. We'll intersperse this section with examples and hypothetical scenarios to illustrate how these strategies can be applied in real-life situations. These examples will provide a practical framework that you can adapt to your circumstances. Finally, we'll emphasize the importance of self-care post-confrontation. Regardless of the outcome, confronting deceit can be emotionally taxing. We'll provide tips on how to process your emotions and take care of your well-being after such a challenging interaction. Section 6. Healing and moving forward after deceit. In this section, we address a critical aspect of dealing with deceit, the healing process and moving forward. Discovering deceit in a relationship can be deeply hurtful, leaving emotional scars. This part of the journey focuses on how to navigate these emotions and embark on a path towards healing and resilience. We begin by acknowledging the emotional impact of deceit. It's normal to feel a range of emotions, from anger and betrayal to sadness and confusion. We'll discuss the importance of allowing yourself to experience and process these emotions, rather than suppressing them. This is a crucial step in the healing process. Next, we explore the concept of forgiveness. Forgiveness, in this context, is not about condoning the deceit or forgetting it happened. Rather, it's about releasing the hold that the experience has on you so that it doesn't continue to cause pain and bitterness in your life. We'll provide guidance on how to reach a state of forgiveness for your own peace and well-being. We'll also discuss the importance of learning from the experience. Every challenge in life, including the experience of deceit, brings valuable lessons. Perhaps it's a lesson in trusting your instincts, in setting better boundaries, or in the types of relationships you choose to cultivate. We'll encourage you to reflect on these lessons and use them as tools for personal growth. Rebuilding trust can be a daunting task after experiencing deceit. We'll offer advice on how to slowly rebuild your trust in others, emphasizing that it's a gradual process. Trusting again doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means moving forward with a better understanding and awareness. In addition, we'll touch on the importance of support systems during this time. Whether it's friends, family, or professional counseling, having a network of support can be incredibly beneficial. We'll discuss how to seek and make the most of the support. Finally, we'll talk about moving forward. Moving forward means different things to different people. For some, it might mean enduring the relationship where the deceit occurred. For others, it might mean repairing and continuing the relationship with new boundaries and understandings. We'll explore these paths and how to choose the one that's right for you. Section 7. Building trustworthy relationships. In our final section, we focus on a positive and forward-looking topic: building and nurturing trustworthy relationships. After navigating the challenges of deceit, it's important to understand how we can foster healthy, honest, and transparent connections with others. This section offers guidance on creating and maintaining relationships that are rooted in trust and mutual respect. We begin by discussing the qualities of trustworthy individuals. What traits should we look for in others that indicate reliability and honesty? We'll explore characteristics such as consistency in actions and words, openness in communication, and a demonstrated respect for boundaries. Recognizing these traits in others can help us form more secure and healthy relationships. Next, we delve into the role of self-awareness in building trustworthy relationships. Our own attitudes and behaviors significantly influence the dynamics of our relationships. We'll discuss how self-reflection and personal growth contribute to attracting and maintaining healthy connections. This includes being aware of our own vulnerabilities and biases, and how these can affect our judgment and interactions. We also examine the importance of clear communication. Honest and open communication is the cornerstone of trust. We'll provide tips on how to communicate effectively, including how to express your needs and expectations clearly, and how to listen actively and empathetically. Another crucial aspect is learning to set and respect boundaries. Boundaries are essential for healthy relationships. We'll discuss how to establish your boundaries, communicate them to others, and respect the boundaries set by others. This mutual respect for boundaries fosters a safe and trusting environment in any relationship. We'll also touch on the importance of giving trust to receive trust. Building trust is a two-way street. It requires both parties to take risks and show vulnerability. We'll explore how to balance this vulnerability with caution, especially if you've been hurt before. To conclude, we'll emphasize the power of resilience and hope. Experiencing deceit can be disheartening, but it doesn't have to define your future relationships. We'll encourage you to embrace the lessons learned, to remain open to new connections, and to believe in the possibility of genuine, trustworthy relationships. As we conclude our exploration of navigating deceit in relationships, Let's take a moment to reflect on the journey we've undertaken, from understanding the nature of deceit, recognizing its signs, delving into its psychology, to learning how to confront, heal, and ultimately build stronger relationships. We've covered a landscape rich in insights and lessons. Remember, the purpose of this journey isn't to instill fear or mistrust in relationships. Rather, it's about empowering you with knowledge and skills to navigate the complexities of human interactions. It's about fostering resilience and wisdom so that you can build and maintain relationships that are healthy, fulfilling, and based on mutual respect and trust. The road to understanding and dealing with deceit can be challenging, but it's also a path lined with opportunities for personal growth. Each experience, even those that are painful, offers valuable lessons. These lessons shape us, teaching us more about ourselves, our values, and how we relate to others. They remind us of the importance of trust, honesty, and open communications in forming strong, lasting bonds. As you move forward, carry with you the insights and tools you've gained. Use them to navigate your relationships with greater awareness and confidence. Remember the importance of self-reflection, setting boundaries, and the power of forgiveness. Embrace the courage to rebuild trust and to open your heart to new, genuine connections. Most importantly, know that you have the strength and resilience to overcome the challenges that come your way. Your experiences, including those involving deceit, have equipped you with a deeper understanding of the complexities of human relationships. With this understanding, you're better prepared to create a future rich in authentic, trustworthy connections. Thank you for joining me on this enlightening journey. May the wisdom and insights you've gained guide you in building and nurturing relationships that bring joy, support, and fulfillment in your life.